Hi there, welcome to NZ Money Karma, where you can find freedom from the daily grind through budgeting, simple living and adventure. If you are joining me here for the very first time, you might not know this about me. If you've watched before, you definitely will, but I'm a very frugal person and I love doing frugal things for lots of different reasons, but ultimately the end result is they usually save us money, and they usually save us a decent amount of money as well. So I thought this week I'm going to show you some of the frugal things I've done this week that have saved my family money. So the other day I was doing the vacuuming and the trigger of my vacuum cleaner stopped working, and I kind of really went like, why is this not working? Why is this not working? And it would kind of start and then it would stop, it would start, it would stop. And I decided to look on a YouTube video. Which I did, to find out, how to fix it. And what I thought might take 20 minutes actually ended up taking me 4 hours. And I needed my husband's help because sometimes I couldn't get the screws out. And it turns out this is broken. See here? Oh, I don't know if you can see, it's not good light in my bedroom. Just here. It's broken. Oh, there you go. You can see that better. So I ordered a new part, which I found on Trade Me, for $10.90. That included the shipping. This was like $4 and something, but then the shipping. And I am going to fix it. That is a frugal thing I'm going to do. I hope it doesn't take me another 4 hours, but even if it does, I will feel like a job well done. So my carpet is pretty gross. It's dirty because it needs a good vacuum. Those are actually just leaves I picked up. There's not leaves all over my carpet, I have to admit. Okay, so wish me luck. I'm so blimmin' pleased with myself that that worked. The only problem is I have a couple of these left over. I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not, but I thought I will just wait until it stops working and then reinvestigate it. But otherwise, job well done. The next frugal thing that I've done this week is make sure that I'm harvesting the fruit that we have. We harvested half of the plums on this Black Doris plum tree, and I had to go back and do the other ones. Now, it wasn't really a convenient time because we did need to go somewhere. We were actually heading down to our batch, but I thought, no, I've got to do this job. And then when I was there, I looked at this tomato forest and went, actually, there's tomatoes I need to harvest as well. So I thought, rather than leaving them, which would be the more convenient thing to do, if I get in there and do it, they won't go rotten. So I got a good amount of tomatoes. They're just sitting in the fridge now, ready for when we get back, and quite a few plums as well. I always look on the ground first. So we won't be able to eat all these plums before they kind of get overripe. They're already a bit too ripe, I would say. So I will likely make jam out of these. So I look on the ground, I pick those up first, and then I look into the tree and go, okay, what can I get? There's just, doesn't look like there's thousands, but there just really are a lot of plums on there. It's a reasonably small tree. I think it's 4 years old, and this is the first year that we've ever had a good harvest. So it's pretty exciting, and I got a good amount of plums. So inside they went, and they're also there for when I get back after the weekend away. Biking everywhere that I possibly can is another frugal thing that I do all the time, and people find this weird that I bike so much as an adult. I don't love biking as a hobby per se. I wouldn't go and do a bike ride for fun. I might do it as an adventure, that would be fun, but I mostly am just using bike riding for transport, so I don't have to pay any petrol or car maintenance costs. On this occasion, I'm actually heading to Pack and Save to go and collect myself some bargains. So that's another thing I do. I buy bun bargains. I will not buy buns at full price when I know I can get them for $2 for a big bag of what was yesterday $5 something. So I make that a mission to go and do every single week, get buns and put them in the freezer. I always split them up so I don't put the bags away as they come. So in this bag, for example, I can't actually see exactly how many there are. There's probably 6 or maybe 8 large buns. I'll see soon enough as I take them out. Oh, 6 buns, 6 large buns. So I take them out and I put them in other bags that I have saved. So I save all my plastic bags. If anything comes in a plastic bag, I save it, I wash it, and then I reuse it. So people find that really weird. I wash plastic bags. And now look at this. This is how I provide some suction. Yep, that's airtight now. I don't have a suction machine. I kind of suck the air out of it myself with my mouth, which is, I guess, something I must have grown up seeing, because that's how I've always done it. It would never occur to me to have a machine to do something like that. So here I go again, making it airtight. There it goes. Let me know if you would do that, or if you have some kind of funny machine that does that. And I put them all away so that they are all separated, and that prevents any waste. So I can see how many lunches I have buns for. The kids grab just one packet at a time, and then that's enough for the 2 kids for their lunch. And here's another example of me just making do and mending. I needed something to transport some chickens, and so I used what I had and made it work for this particular job. Hands up though, it actually didn't work very well, and I ended up having to take them home again, but never mind, I tried. And I've been making savoury muffins. I think they're ready. They're for something I have to bring a plate for, and I always have to sacrifice one by poking it. Oh, see, that's not ready. Carry on doing that for a wee bit longer. Okay, they're looking better, but I do always need to test one, and what I was going to say before is I almost always have to sacrifice one just to check that it's okay. So that's still not okay. So I'm just going to put that back on a very low temperature because I don't want to burn them, and I'm also going to put an alarm on my iPod so that I don't forget about them. Another frugal thing I did was a paper run, in fact 2 paper runs. So yes, I'm a 49-year-old woman with a master's degree, and I did 2 paper runs. So there are 2 things about this. They are my children's paper runs, and they're away at a sporting event, so I help them out so that they can keep their job. I think it's really important that kids earn their own money some way, somehow, that's independent of the household, the family home, mum and dad giving them money. Having a good work ethic is super important, I think. And the other thing I think is really important here is I am not too proud to do anything. People look at me with pity in their eyes as I go past their house delivering these papers. And if this was actually the only way I had to get extra money for my family, I'd do it. I'd pick up 5 paper runs and do them all in a day, spend my day walking around the streets. That would give me an extra $100. That could make a difference to my family. So that's really a frugal thing. Don't be too proud to do things to make money. It's really not until you make a YouTube video and kind of think about all the frugal things you do that you realize how many frugal things you do. My next thing is I am a completer. I start a project, I always complete it. So I'm not having to rebuy hobby things all the time, because if I haven't finished the thing I started, I don't buy another thing. Like here I am, I'm actually finishing a jersey that I started months and months ago. It's hanging around. I want to do another thing. I want to do something different, but I'm not going to do that until I've finished this current project. So I save myself heaps and heaps of money by, when I start things, making sure I finish those things, rather than starting it, getting bored, and then buying a new thing to start and keeping on doing that over and over again. Another frugal thing I do, I am currently, don't know if you can see that very well, I am down at the lake watching rowing at the moment. There is 4 hours between my kids' next race. So I have retreated back to my car where I'm just going to do a bit of car camping. I've got some snacks. I've got my book. And I've got my sleeping bag, pillow, and sleeping mat. So why have I done that? Well, I've done that because I haven't paid for accommodation. I haven't had any overnight accommodation. So I had to drive here this morning, and now I'm a bit tired. So I thought if I bring my sleeping bag and just get myself comfy and warm, I will be able to jump in and have a bit of a snooze, which I'm going to do right now, so that I'm in good form for watching the afternoon races. And that saved me tons of money because a night's accommodation here is probably about $250 plus. So that's me. That's my latest frugal thing. Wow, so I saved a heap of money by doing things myself, using what I have around the house, making, do and mend, and just being a little bit strategic about where we do spend money and don't. I think I saved about $150 repairing the vacuum cleaner myself. 5 kgs of plums would have been, of Black Doris plums would have been $55. 3 kgs of tomatoes at $3.49 a kg would have been $10.50. Biking instead of using the car, probably 100 kilometres. I would bike a week, so that's around $30 I reckon. All the buns I saved, I spent about $16 and they would have cost $40 at full price, so I'm saving about $24 there. The chicken carrier, I thought if I'd bought something second hand, maybe it would have been around $35. A couple of batches of savoury muffins, $10. The kids doing some jobs, making $20 a week themselves each. Well, that's saving me $40, I guess, in theory. Finishing an old project, not going out and buying something new, I reckon around $40. And car camping, well, that could have been anything between $25 for a tent site and $250 for a room. So let's call it $135 saved. So all up, I've saved about $500 this week because I'm frugal. I don't know if that gave you guys any ideas. Let me know in the comments below. This month I'm going to be all about frugality, all about saving money because I'm having a no spend February. So check out my upcoming videos for more ideas on how to do that too. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye for now.